What is happening, everybody? Welcome to Off the Rails, a recovery podcast dedicated to ending the stigma of addiction through open discussion on all things recovery related. My name is Mark. With me always is Dave.
Hello.
And
Hello. Hello.
what is happening, Dave?
Not a whole lot, sir. Not a whole lot. Just hanging out. Just had some dinner, played a little cards with my parents here, and jumping on a little shooting the shit with yourself. You?
Just had dinner with the family. Went to Costco.
Nice.
Now, yeah, ready to record an episode and head to a meeting.
Sweet. Very nice. How's your meeting schedule been going? Pretty regular? I know you missed. When I was out there, you missed one or two, but
Yeah, I missed a couple, but I'm back on track.
I've been pretty consistent again.
Yeah, and it's been good, man. I feel like I'm kind of part of the crew that goes there, and it's nice, like, kind of developing some friends and helping out with service work. I'm enjoying that. And
How's that binder coming along?
it's a bit thicker today.
Oh yes,
right?
Nice.
Not bad.
Very nice.
Hopefully we will be able to form a subcommittee and head to some detox centers, some treatment centers, some jails. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So,
Right.
what's new with your week? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. Well, today at the soup kitchen, I had to Narcan someone. We had an overdose, and that always messes with me, man. So shook up a bit about that.
So were you the one doing it again this time? Like it's your second time?
Yeah. Like she was right outside the volunteer entrance, so we seen her, and then she fell over. So we ran out, checked on her. She started turning, her lips started turning purple, and I ran in. I grabbed some Narcan, gave her the nasal, 2 up the nose, did the chest rubs, and checked her airways, make sure she was breathing. Well, she wasn't breathing that time, but made sure it was clear for her to breathe.
Yeah.
And we got her back.
So the two nasals did it?
Yeah, for her. She wasn't it wasn't as scary as the last one. The last one took a long time. And I guess we got her pretty quick, which was good. So anyway, got her up and walking, and she was really disoriented when she came to. But I think there's some silver lining, man, and it's just like how amazing it is to have Narcan, and it just saves lives. And this girl gets another chance to not only live, but that's another chance she has at trying to find in recovery.
Yeah.
Saying it doesn't matter how many times, to me, doesn't matter how many times you overdose. Recovery is still here, and you can find it.
Yeah, and she was she a little more thankful or receptive of the help than the last guy?
Yeah. The last guy, to be honest, since then has been nothing but nice to me. Like,
I hope so.
Yeah, and I think, like, when they come to, they're instantly sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're confused, and like if you were like completely out of it, and then you just snap to, and you're like, holy fuck, and like people are standing over you, you might be a bit mad too, right?
Yeah, I guess like.
But then I don't know. It's a really weird. I don't know.
When you put it that way, like even like I've woken up just from like a sleep, nothing to do with like drugs or alcohol, like just from like a deep sleep, and someone wakes me up the wrong way.
Yeah. I remember one time I made my oldest sister cry. She woke me up by rubbing my cheek. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "Just trying to wake you up." I was like, don't like that. Since then, man, he's been awesome, and it's really hard to see, man.
Yeah. Now, how does it make you feel as far as like continuing to obviously feel good about helping people, but does that wear on you at all now? Like the second time, and it's like, or do you feel like almost like better about it? Like not, I don't know.
Yeah, I felt a little better about it today. And I don't think, like, it doesn't, like, when seeing someone like that, it still wears on you, I guess, but I guess it gets a bit easier, I guess, like anything, man.
Yeah, I guess the way I was gonna word it was like, for me, maybe like the first time you had done it, perhaps it wears on you a little bit, even more than you maybe perhaps thought. And then you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this if this happens all the time. And then maybe like the second time it happens where you're like, okay, I feel a little bit better, a little more confident, a little less anxiety about it. So like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not,
you hit the nail right on the head.
yeah,
Yeah, like, I remained way more calm. I went in and got the kits, and I'm like, you know what, I'm getting all the nasal kits, not doing the injection ones. But I took some home because like I got to remain calm. Like if I'm doing the injecting ones, because like I don't want to like fumble it and fuck it up. So I got to make sure I do it right. That's like the main thing about. I don't know.
yeah,
I hope I don't have to do it, but I
yeah,
think it's the sad reality is that it's probably only a matter of time before we got to do it again.
yeah.
But I'm more comfortable doing it, and I don't mind doing it. I like. Uh, some people don't like doing it, and I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a no brainer, man. You get to help someone.
Yeah. I guess it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say like someone like having hesitation about CPR, but I don't even think it's not even as not hands on, but not as
You know,
like um personable, I think, or I don't know, as like CPR, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I can see how someone CPR is very like very involved with, you're really in there with that person, or yeah, breaking ribs and shit. Like
Yeah.
I could see their hesitation on that, but anyway.
You are supposed to perform rescue breathing, but
Oh, you are.
yeah, when you got to check the airways, right? But a lot of people don't
You're
do
supposed to be doing that like before you give it to them. Like if you have two people, like one person's supposed to be doing that while the other person's getting ready.
I believe we might have to edit this out if I'm wrong,
Okay.
but so you go shot of Narcan, two big, mouth, rescue breathing, and then give them some chest pumps. That for 30 seconds. The chest pumps, they're not back. Boom, another shot of Narcan. Repeat. Um, what we have done is check to make sure their airways are clear, give them the Narcan, and then rub their chest and kind of get them too.
Hmm.
And that has worked both times.
Nice. I had a CPR guy once say that, I think the last one I had, and again, this is not professional advice, but I believe he said that like the breaths for CPR, the breaths aren't as important, they say, anymore. It's just it's more the chest pumps that are
Yeah.
really the
Yeah.
crucial thing. If you're
Yeah.
not
That's
gonna do,
what,
yeah, if there's one thing you're gonna do, like if you don't want to even do the mouth to mouth, then it's like make sure you just do the chest compressions.
yeah. So that's a scary experience today. On a lighter note,
Yes.
that was the first part. That was the most recent thing this week. Before that, this morning, I had a cool pre-interview chat with
Yeah.
a radio host from my hometown with CBC Newfoundland. So I'm going to be on the radio talking about our podcast, and I'm a little nervous for it. I don't know why. We chat all the time here, and
I think it's only natural.
yeah, um, it's live on the radio, so I really got to turn my filter on. Um, sometimes I drop F bombs, right? And so I'm gonna have to filter it. And you know what, man? Like I'm I'm so like I'm very open about my addiction, obviously. And we create this or we put out episodes so we can end the stigma. And even in the back of my mind, man, like I don't know if you felt this way when you did your Pepsi presentation, but even in the back of my mind, I was like, man, what are people gonna think when they hear
Oh yeah,
it?
100%.
And I don't know, that gets me sometimes. And I kind of gotta like have a chat, like internal conversation where I'm like, who cares, man? You can help people.
Yeah. But have you also had like your kind of like your mindset almost flipped a little bit where you're so into the promotion of, sobriety or um the addiction awareness, breaking the stigma, that you kind of forget there's people out there that will actually like maybe judge you or like potentially not hire you for a job or like stuff like that doesn't even cross my mind anymore. But then it's like, it's reality is like there probably is people, there are people out there that will hold that
Yeah.
against you.
Yeah. And I come back to it, Dave. That's an awesome point, man. I come back to it in my head and I'm like, the people who matter in my life are supportive.
Yeah.
And that's always what it comes back to.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I'm like, I got my boys, my family, and what else you need?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe,
Like on my resume, I for my last job, like where I applied, I don't really want to say where I applied, but my cousin works there, and she was like, "Oh, you can promote, like you can kind of talk about like your podcast and stuff that you've been doing." I'm like, I didn't put that on my resume. Like, I don't know, like I just thought it'd be an X against me almost. Like I'll talk about it like after or whatever, but I don't really want to open up with that and just give them a reason to be like, I don't know.
yeah. And I find it, I struggle with that too, because like it's like it's such a positive thing that I find it hard that someone could make that an X. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's the reality of it. And that's what we're trying to change.
Yeah. And on the flip side, by not putting it on or not talking about it, really you could have missed out because you might have connected with that person that's looking to hire you, that's like can really relate or has a family member or is like, holy shit, this is good. So go both ways really. So I guess it's just best to put it out there, be you. 'Cause you're pretty great.
You're amazing, dude.
So,
I also got a tattoo this week. Tattoo.
yes, I saw that. Looks sick.
Yeah, it's in Missouri for a couple hours.
4 hours, 4.5 hours, 3 hours.
Plus or minus a couple hours, who knows? Yeah, I've been getting a lot of tattoos lately, which brings me to the point. Are tattoos addictive?
Yeah, they say they are.
I'd say they are.
I mean, I don't find that they are, but
I don't. Yeah, I don't get any type of thrill from getting them. I
yeah,
like how they look.
yeah, I like how they look. I don't feel any kind of like rush or high from them.
No.
I don't finish one immediately, want to do another one. I mean, now on my last trip, I went away for a week, I got two,
Yeah.
but like that was just kind of circumstance of going out west to see you, and then my nephew did one in Toronto. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think there are definitely probably some people that have that addiction though.
Like the pain or something, but I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't really. It's funny because Jared said that he like really enjoyed it. I'm like,
Yeah.
last time I got mine, I'm like, I don't know. Like sometimes it's not bad at all, but other times it's not great.
Oh.
So,
To get my foot done, horrible.
yeah, yeah,
And then she was going over my like touching up my lower part of my leg.
yeah.
Or and she's like, we're just gonna put on some white here. I'm like, oh,
Like, no thanks.
I just want a lag sleeve. You know?
Yeah.
Other than that, Dave, that's pretty much all my week had. Hit the gym, doing my thing, and also I finished this amazing book.
Yes. How was it?
It's by our good friend Bo Payne. It's called Pain to Purpose. It's available on Amazon. It's really good, man. Bo's a great dude, and I don't know, he does a great job with the book.
Yeah,
Really,
I said this last time or when we were talking about it. I haven't even opened mine. I gotta get into mine. So,
And one thing we're working on is say promoting our good recovery reads on our Instagram page. So in our highlights, check out our good reads. Got 4 of them right here by 4 amazing guests.
absolutely. They're good. Mark's done some work on our Instagram page, on the homepage or landing page, whatever the heck you call it.
Let us know what you think.
Looks real good. It's all
Well,
of our
I
interviews.
figured we had to spice it up a bit for all the traffic I'm going to bring in from the interview.
Oh, you have all sorts of
Yeah. Oh yeah.
East Coasters coming in there talking slang.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll turn on my Newfoundland accent a bit when I'm on there.
Oh yeah, I'm listening. I gotta get the station, like see if I can get it online or something.
Okay.
So that post it. See if they can send you a copy of it or whatever.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Probably can, I'd imagine. I don't know. Yeah.
So Dave,
Mark,
how was your week, man?
week's been pretty good, man. Pretty solid, consistent at the workouts. I took an off day today, so I didn't do any lifts. But man, I think since I got back from Alberta, we worked out pretty well almost every day when I was there. But since I've been back, I've worked out every day, so it's been nice, good routine. Yeah, so that on that front, it's been good. A couple practices this week. Weekend, I was alone. Parents were down in Toronto, so I was like Wednesday to Monday at the cottage by myself. It was really nice, actually. A lot of alone time, just hanging out, working on me, So I was like doing 2-a-days for workouts, saunas, watched some sports. Sunday I watched football a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, man. It was relaxing.
Nice.
Not that I've been needing to like get away or anything, because my life's been pretty relaxing overall, but it was good. Monday I did have a half a day where I don't know, for whatever reason, I just kind of got in a down on myself, down mood for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Not really sure why, but just kind of got into a little bit of feeling sorry for myself and all that. And I thought back to I think of I know people have it worse off than I do, or living situations, whatever. But I do think about what you had said that one time, where it's like growing up and talking about, be thankful because people have it so much worse, but it's still okay to have your feelings be on how you feel be justified.
Yeah.
So that actually kind of put me in a good place, because I was kind of beat myself up about it, and then I'm like, you know what, my feelings are worthwhile and justifiable. And I just realized, you know what, it's good, man, life's good. So I had a little nap, and a lot of times that won't really shake it. Usually it's I gotta shut it down for the night.
Yeah.
A little nap in the afternoon, and I felt better. So
mm-hmm.
It's a win right there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I growing up with that. It was always kind of a thing where it's don't complain. It could obviously be worse type thing. And
I think you're not the only one. I think that's a very common thing, especially in a, anywhere from middle class to high class. I think a lot of parents will probably use that as a thing to say, right? But and for the most part, you think that's it's not you're not trying to be malicious or
no, there's no ill intent with it.
Exactly.
And it's almost like it's trying to teach gratitude, but maybe not in the right way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If something's bothering you, I think you should be able to process it and, kind of have those feelings, but you shouldn't just dismiss the feelings based on someone having something worse.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's such a good point. it's such a good point on just other things too, where certain things you say or how you handle situations as a parent or as a friend or whatever, that, you know, just because you've always said something one way and you think it means it's within good intentions, you know, sometimes it doesn't land that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Because even when I rewatch that, like I've watched my episode and I hear that part and I'm just like, I know what they meant by it, but I
Yeah.
also know that, and it could be on me as well, where I took it the wrong way, where it's like, okay, I shouldn't have these feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been watching the show Limitless with Rebecca,
Okay.
and
Is it like the movie Limitless?
no, 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 same name, but it's with Chris Hemsworth. He does a bunch of weird shit in it, and maybe not weird, but just test his limits, if you will. So the episode I was watching, he does a 4-day fast,
Okay.
and myself and Rebecca were joking. And I was like, I used to do a 4-day fast every 5 days. And anyway, that joke, I've been getting a lot of mileage out of it watching it. But I think, I think, I think, Dave,
Yes.
I might do a 1 day a month fast. Do I take the full day off from eating,
Just
cleanse the
one.
body, see how I feel? And then I'm going to start with one and see if I can do two and see how it makes the body feel. Not doing 4.
Yeah, I would really suggest, like, when I was doing the fasting and I got kind of like, well, like that intermittent fasting.
Mhm.
I think you could, like, I would suggest probably a couple of days before going to like maybe a 12-hour or 10, like kind of shorten the window.
Yeah.
And then do your 24. So it's like not as like drastic for you. Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca was like, let's try 4 days. I'm like, no,
I would
no.
I would do a day where you get to like sleep a lot too. Like maybe Mila's not around. Like just,
Yeah,
she's over at the laws for a night. You get to like sleep 10 of those hours away. That would help too.
absolutely it would. So anyway, that's a new thing I think I might experiment with. Stay tuned, see how it goes. Um, maybe
I
I'll do it
like it.
tomorrow.
Okay.
No, tomorrow's chest day.
Yeah, you ain't doing that on chest day. Can't.
All right, buddy. Any topics you want to talk about?
I got a couple. Actually, funny. I was telling you I was watching the show Manifest,
Yes.
and so I think there's like 4 seasons. I watched like 2 seasons like maybe a year ago. It's on Netflix, so I started picking up watching season 3 into season 4 now. Then there's a character on it who had some addiction issues. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens in that show too, but had some addictions issues when he was younger, and now he can like read minds. What do you call it? Like you can feel, like you hold your hand, you can feel what you're feeling and process it. And so now he's working with it looks like a recovery center or something like that. And he like holds a person's hand and gets them to like open up. And anyways, it was just in that last episode I watched, and I was kind of like, oh, but
I'm gonna give that show a watch.
yeah, the start of it I thought it was cool. Like the whole concept I kind of like. Some people I think fall like, I don't know, maybe it loses its luster when it's kind of same sort of shit happening all the time, but I don't know. I like it. I don't watch a ton of TV, so
I used to. Now I got a lot of Super Simple on the TV. A lot of baby
yeah,
shows.
nice.
Mila's 7 months and runs the roost. Anyway.
Yeah, she does. Do you have any topics? I did
Um,
have, well, we do have to talk about Cassie. Yeah,
ooh,
Cassie.
Cassi Pires.
Yeah,
Great episode.
yeah, yeah. She was nice. Do you have any initial thoughts?
Um, Initial thoughts. She's awesome. She also has that sober energy that we love talking about. Another case where, like certain work environments really pour fuel on the fire of addiction. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's acceptable to have a drink and go out for
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah. Have drinks in the workplace, at work, probably a lot,
Yeah,
uh,
very Mad Men esque.
I did find it funny. Like it really resonated with me. And I think I asked her, I think I might cut this part out because I kind of rambled and I didn't really ask properly. But when she was kind of giving, I asked for like advice for someone that's maybe young going into that industry.
Mhm.
I said that thinks they have an issue, but I didn't even mean like has an issue. I meant more like just be careful, like just being careful not to fall into that progression, and one thing she said when she talked about the moderating, and it just kind of hit me because I don't know how many times like going out, I'd be like, okay, I got to moderate, I got to pace myself, and it just like never happened. So like if you're actually having to think all the time, like, okay, I just got to pace it, take it easy here, like itching to like finish, like, oh, I finished that pretty quick. I better not go get another one for a bit because no one else is finished. And yeah,
That would happen to me too. Like I would drink so I can't. I've never been able to pace myself, man.
oh, that's one of the reasons why I went to Tall Boys because like bottles of beer, like I just finish a beer in like 5 seconds. Like, it's ridiculous. But and then she did have some thoughts on some seasonal tips for around Christmas time too. So check that out towards the end of the interview. Um, did you have any you want to add to that while we're on the topic, or maybe next episode?
Nope, nothing on it. I think she did an amazing job. Um,
Was I freezing there?
no, I froze up here. And I didn't know what I was gonna say. I was just like, what? Fucking say something, man. Um, yeah, man, I think she's great and very nice person. Glad we connected with her and
Yeah,
very thankful she came on and shared her story.
absolutely.
I liked when she did her Boston accent.
Yeah, her dad's when she say, or her dad used to say, like, don't get too hammered or
Yeah,
whatever.
Hamlet. Yeah, that was
Hammered.
really
Yeah, that's good.
fun. Yeah, yeah, that was really good. But that's all I got, man. I think I'm defeated today.
I did want to bring up one thing too. I want to
Yes.
talk about it quickly. So we're coming up to our 100th episode. We talked about that. And after that, we're looking at 100. We're looking at maybe getting away from some of the guest interviews for a little bit and maybe doing some having some people come in and talk on different recovery tools, let's say.
Yep, that are helpful in your recovery. And I am stoked to do this.
Yes. So do you want to mention a couple, because what I'm thinking is it'd be nice to get some like, wouldn't mind getting some viewer feedback if someone could, people want to write some comments about some different interests maybe that aren't maybe as mainstream that we might not think about. We're talking like, for example, having someone come on and talk about the benefits of yoga for mental health and in your recovery. Let's just say that's a pretty obvious common one, but if anyone has any, we knew,
Suggestions are out there ones. We will reach out to professionals and get them to come on here.
yeah, like we knew a guy that used to use nunchucks. Let's just say it is pastime.
Yeah, we did. Very
Hey,
good.
we could have someone talk about that.
I don't mind.
No, but seriously, yeah, if someone had something that maybe we're not, some little, we might not think about that
Yeah,
has been found useful.
you let us know.
Yeah.
Talking yoga. We're talking meditation.
We're talking breath work.
Breath work. Yes. I love that one. Big breath work guy.
Yeah.
Should I say Tai Chi?
Oh, Tai Chi. See, that's one that people might not think about.
No.
That's one we're talking right there. Like, not as common maybe for the younger demographic or one you necessarily go to, I think, necessarily, but I think it can be very beneficial. So anyway.
And the episode's going to explain why, so you should check it out.
Yeah.
And that's what you can expect in our we've realized we've had a very long season 1 as we just banged out 100 straight episodes. So we are going to continue shooting the sober shit.
Yes.
It's very beneficial for our recovery.
Yeah, take a bit of a break from the interviews for
let everyone catch up on the interviews first and foremost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you boys have been pumping them out.
Yeah.
And then we're going to bring you some very valuable resources for your recovery or loved one's recovery.
Like Mark said, 100 episodes. We've almost gone for a year straight of one guest episode a week. So figured time for season 1 to wrap up.
And we cannot wait to continue to bring you more content for season 2.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys. We love you.
Will season 2 be as long?
Season 2 will not be 100 episodes.
Like 10 maybe?
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Yeah. I like it.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please reach out and ask for help. Thank you very much for listening, and we're out.